Hey guys, and welcome into another episode of Buffy. Today we are on season 6, episode 4, titled Flooded, which is not the most promising title I've seen, but I'm still excited to get to today's episode. This is my first Buffy episode since the passing of my grandma. I took some time off with everything going on there, and I have also seen some commentary of people saying maybe season 6 might not be the best time to watch while I'm grieving or going through what I'm going through, but I'm watching Game of Thrones, with my sister. Dark stuff, scary stuff, death in shows. It's, not the same in my brain, I guess, when it comes to what's happened with my grandma. So I'm going to continue giving season 6 a go because I'm really excited about it. I really have loved the setup from the first 3 episodes. We left off with, a huge bomb dropped on us, with Buffy admitting to Spike that she was in heaven and has been taken from heaven by her friends. And that's just one of the craziest things I think I've ever seen happen in a TV show or movie. It's just the writers in the writers' room were really working overtime with that one. That is so intense and crazy to me, and it's gonna change Buffy permanently now. It's just so good. So I'm excited for season 6. There might be things that you guys know that I don't, of course, when it comes to why you think this might be a hard season for me, given what I'm going through right now. If I need to take a break here and there, I'll do it. But as of right now, full steam ahead. If you would like to watch the full episodes with me, my uncut reactions are available below on my Patreon. If you'd rather just watch this episode edited here on YouTube, then let's get into it.
Mom?
I'm sorry, your mother's dead.
Oh, we're bringing this back. Okay. You know what? I'm ready for Anya to be able to tell everyone she's engaged. The girl has waited long enough. She has needed to wait because of what's been going on, but...
Left you well, Giles.
There he goes.
Tell me Giles is coming back to see Buffy. Oh, and over on Angel, they found out. They found out that Buffy's back.
So, need it last, Mr. Drippy.
Ooh, okay. A home repair girly?
Dawn, I'm on it, okay?
Flooded. Based on the title, I mean, it could still go there, but I thought the whole world was gonna be flooded. I think this was a funny gag here, her accidentally flooding the basement. But, no, I could see them just given how that started. This being more of a metaphorical thing, the whole flooded thing, Buffy being overwhelmed.
How much water can they fit in one set of pipes?
If I understand right, the entire city water.
Guest star. Giles is gonna be back, but as a guest star.
Dawn, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. You should eat breakfast at least 3 times a day.
I'll grab something before school.
It's she got entranced by it, trying to find peace again.
How's everything looking down there?
We should start gathering up 2 of every animal.
Basically, your pipes are shot.
Oh, that's
What you need is
expensive.
full copper repipe job.
Full copper re...
That's a weird phone number.
That's not a
Is
number.
that the bill?
Yeah.
Buffy, I know you're still getting back on your feet after...
Lying flat on my back?
We're making jokes
Yeah.
now. Okay.
So you're telling me I'm broke?
Not yet, but...
Is she gonna have to get a job? Would she go back to college? Oh, God.
But I haven't spent any money. I
Right.
was all dead and frugal.
Hospital bills.
pretty much sucked up all the money.
Which you're still hemorrhaging, by the way.
So what do we do?
We burn the house to the ground and collect the insurance. Plus fire. Pretty.
Bonfire, yeah.
You guys, I'm kidding. Just don't know how yet.
I know how.
She's great with money. What? Work at the magic shop?
Start charging.
Charging Dawn?
What?
Slaying vampires.
Oh. I thought she was start charging Dawn to live here.
It's not so crazy.
Spike would be
Yes, it is.
ready to go all in on that and help with that.
And people for saving their lives?
Yes,
Spider-Man does.
correct.
He does not.
Does too.
Spider-Man doesn't.
Action is his reward.
Why don't you ever take my side?
Well, because sometimes you're not right.
Talking about taking your side.
You're throwing away a gold mine.
Oh, uh-oh.
This is because I haven't told him yet about the engagement, isn't it?
No. Maybe.
Anya, I promise. Your waiting days are almost over. I
think
know
it's at the point where you just say it.
Don't you want to get married?
Is he thinking twice?
Yes.
Okay.
So then why won't you tell them?
Still getting used to the miracle of a steady paycheck and getting out of my parents' house. I just want every step to be just right.
That's a nice sentiment, but it's not, nothing's gonna be perfect. You can't wait for perfection. You just gotta go for it eventually. But okay, she needed that. I hope they just go for it soon.
You keep doing this, and I keep forgetting, and you keep stalling.
Anya!
When are you gonna grow up, Xander?
That's what I'm saying. Like, these conversations are nice, but like, pretty soon you gotta just go for it.
Buffy Summers, loan applier 4.
Oh,
I didn't know exactly what you would
loan.
need, so I brought everything.
Old report cards. Definitely not.
oh, Buff. It's so sad because she just doesn't know yet how to do all this stuff, but she's trying so hard.
For some reason, Sunnydale property values have never been competitive.
Yeah.
And refinancing's out of the question.
Are you saying you won't give me my loan?
Well, the problem is, you have no income. No job.
Yeah, she has to get a job.
No job.
Right?
I wish.
Right? She just doesn't get paid. I was wondering that with like the series overall, but I thought she'd be in college for the whole rest of the series at this point, so I don't know how her life is gonna happen. Oh.
Stupid skirt.
No. That was so badass. What? These demons just want money? I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
Put the girl down.
Oh,
Never helpful.
just distracting.
Now, about my loan. I'm not saying I'm charging you for saving your life or anything.
Oh my god.
He still turned you down?
Wow.
That's crazy.
Oh my, what? I thought that would work, honestly.
Hey. Buffy, you're mad.
You noticed.
Anger is a big, powerful emotion. You should feel.
That's good then.
Let me make you mad again. Last semester, I slept with Riley.
And you know I really doubt it.
Yeah.
Big fib to cover up the sleazy affair I had with Angel.
She's like, oh, that one's the truth.
Since you've been back, you haven't exactly been big with the whole range of human emotions thing.
Let's not point it out to her. She's doing the best she can. I wonder if Buffy is self-aware, though, of how she comes off. It's obvious that she's trying to come off a certain way, though. I just can't tell if she can tell what other people are picking up on.
I'll tell him.
What? What's wrong now? Why can't you?
As soon as Buffy and Willow come in.
Chicken.
Would you stop? Doesn't exactly fit the profile for your typical bank robber.
Maybe they turned down his loan application.
Buffy will be next in there, breaking in.
No weapons that I could see, but still
Is it Giles?
real dangerous.
Is it Giles?
You're alive. You're here. And you're still remarkably strong.
Huh?
Oh, Willow told me, but I didn't really let myself believe it.
I take a little getting used to.
You're...
A miracle.
Yes. But then I always thought so.
Oh man, I just love Giles, and I love nothing more than Giles and Buffy's relationship specifically when it comes to like Giles. Ah, what do you want? He looks kind of like a Brussels sprout on top, or like asparagus.
I can start. How
Training
is he?
together again? Okay,
is
we're just gonna talk.
Met with a few old friends. Almost made a new one, which I think is statistically impossible for a man of my age.
That's not true.
And now you're back.
Yes.
For how long?
Giles, are you miserable about it or just really British?
Coming back is
I'm guessing the word is inconvenient.
bewildering.
I think she can relate to that.
And how are you? Really?
It'd be really cool if she could be honest with him.
Fine.
Oh man,
You seem to be doing remarkably well under extreme circumstances.
she does.
Willow brought me back. I just lay there.
You know, I meant...
I know what you meant. Better start prepping. Slayage.
Yes, there is always that, isn't there?
Seems that way.
Leave it at that. At least be here for a couple episodes. And keep coming back to visit.
We're so glad to see you. We missed you. You can't have the store back. You signed papers.
I did.
I found him.
Good job, Dawn.
They come from a long line of mercenary demons that perform acts of slaughter and mayhem for the highest bidder.
Is Spike behind this then? He loves money.
You got what you wanted, now give me what I want. The head of the Slayer.
Okay. Sure.
Oh.
We can do that.
My God, what is his name? Josh? Joshua? Jonathan! Jonathan! And is that one guy the bot guy?
It's not our fault the Slayer was there. We said we'd pay you, and we're gonna.
Whoa, big guy. Hey, let's back things up a parsec, okay? You kill us. Everybody loses. Well, between the three of us, we can pretty much do anything.
Give me the Slayer.
Just throwing it out there. Robot girlfriend, huh?
He is the robot guy.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know the blonde guy. I don't recognize him though.
You owe me, man. Oh, or else what? You'll train another pack of devil dogs to ruin my prom?
I had nothing to do with the devil dogs. I trained flying demon monkeys to attack the school play.
Oh. This is so silly. I love it. It's cool to see these guys back too.
I want the Slayer dead!
Okay.
Done. One dead Slayer coming up. Could you just give us a minute?
Of course, they always want the Slayer dead.
I know they're so cute you could die, but that's all I got.
Aw.
It's just money stuff. It turns out Mom left me some. While I was dead, it got squandered on luxuries like food and clothing.
Is Giles gonna help her?
Buffy, perhaps you're putting too much pressure on yourself.
She always has.
To return from some unknown level of hell.
In the meantime, I'm scaring people.
I know, I wish Willow hadn't made that comment.
You and I will sit down together and we'll go through everything. Every bill, one by one. We'll work it out together.
That's so kind.
I'm glad you're back.
I know, I'm already sad he's gonna leave again.
I don't want to kill Buffy either.
Yeah, she saved my life a bunch of times.
Yeah.
She's hot.
It's her or us. Since this is my mom's house, I think what I say goes.
We teamed up with one clear, super cool mission statement. Remember?
Oh God, what did it start out as?
You guys want to team up and take over Sunnydale?
Okay.
And gorillas. Workable prototype.
Girls and girls. Jonathan, have you learned nothing?
What do we gotta do about this? Fashion guy.
Oh my God, he's still standing in the back. I didn't even notice.
Here's the Slayer's name, address, and telephone number. If you want to kill her, make it so.
Feel better about yourself, boys.
What are you, some kind of Jedi?
Oh, brother.
Force can sometimes have great power on the weak-minded.
Yeah, have a good talk with Buffy?
Yes, no, she's back.
He knows something's
Tell me about
off.
the spell you performed.
Oh, he knows.
Oh, okay, first of all, so scary. And this giant snake came out of my mouth and there was all this energy crackling.
You're a very stupid girl. Do you have any idea what you've done? The forces you've harnessed, the lines you've crossed? You were the one I trusted most to respect the forces of nature.
No, not me. That's Tara.
I did what nobody else could do.
Oh, there are others in this world who can do what you did.
Yeah.
You just don't want to meet them.
Yikes.
Well, they're the bad guys. I'm not a bad guy.
How do you define that, though?
I wouldn't congratulate you if you jumped off a cliff and happened to survive.
That's not what I did, Giles.
You were lucky.
Mm-hmm.
The magics you channeled are more ferocious and primal than anything you can hope to understand, and you are lucky to be alive, you rank, arrogant amateur.
I'm very powerful, and maybe it's not such a good idea for you to piss me off.
What the fuck? Is your ego so fragile, Willow, that you're gonna threaten people?
And I'm far from convinced she's come out of all this undamaged.
Mm-hmm. I love Giles so much. There he is. I was wondering when he'd
Hello,
pop up.
They all care so much, it makes it all harder. I feel like I'm spending all of my time trying to be okay so they don't worry.
And that makes them worry even more.
You want me to take them out? Give me a hell of a headache, but I could probably thin the herd a little. You know, I could get a grin.
Oh, these are the steps. I remember an important scene happened with them where they like breathed in sync with each other over something on these steps.
So what do you know about finances?
He's definitely robbed some banks. I love the lamp.
Dawn?
It's so cozy.
You ever try mixing parts of every cereal you got in one bowl?
That sounds atrocious.
Want to come join the experiment?
Is that locked?
Oh, I keep forgetting that the whole about the demon plot.
You're paying for that door, buddy.
Yeah. We're tight for money. And the table.
Table? You mook.
You mook? I've never heard that word.
Spike, no! I want him in the kitchen.
I love that Spike's a good listener.
Taking him down.
Oh, okay. Because, like, the basement's ruined, so anything else that gets ruined while we're down here, it doesn't really matter.
More old copper ring pipe.
Yeah, finances are stressful. That's a motivator. And we're back.
Oh. Did you know this place was flooded?
Yeah.
And our one loose end has been taken care of
Has it?
by the Slayer.
Oh, they knew she would. That's smart. They knew that she would take care of him.
We can do anything. We could stay up all night if we wanted. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, don't get crazy.
You know, sooner or later, the Slayer's got to come after us.
She will.
Bring her on.
You keep messing with her.
Crime is our wormhole.
But the coinciding particle activity collapses the infrastructure.
Uh-oh.
Dude.
You guys are screwed.
Geek.
Oh, man.
It's gonna take forever, isn't it?
Oh, I'm trying to put the table back together.
Let's take these things out to the trash and give them a decent throwing out.
I don't think I can do this.
Yes, you can. She took one crisis at a time, without the aid of any superpowers, and got through it all. So can you.
You sure? Call me.
Okay, only if you stay,
Everybody I know
Giles.
lives here. Angel.
Is he in trouble?
Uh-huh.
He knows that he needs to see me.
Oh, I wonder who called them.
Thanks for taking care of this for me.
Okay. Okay. You know, I had assumed because I wonder, first of all, where they're going to meet, her and Angel, and what they're going to talk about. And I think it's another Buffy episode that I'm watching next rather than an Angel. So I wonder if we'll see that in the next episode, hopefully. I mean, she's clearly is like leaving right now to go meet him somewhere, and we have to be in on that conversation. So she's definitely going to be honest with Angel, because he is someone who literally was sent away to a hell dimension and then brought back to Earth, and that's what her friends think happened to her. But I think even without her having to tell him, he's going to be able to tell that that is not what her experience was. And I just think that their connection is different, and he's away from Sunnydale, and I think she'll feel safe to tell him as well the truth about what has happened to her, where she was, if he doesn't kind of put it together on his own before she has the chance to. So interested in seeing where they meet up, what they discuss, where they leave things with each other when they go back to their homes. That's going to be messy. But also, I wonder who even called Angel to tell him that Buffy was back, because my immediate thought when at the end of an Angel episode we found out that, you know, they had received a call, and someone, I think I was about to call her Charisma. Cordelia. Oh my god. Cordelia was told that Buffy is back. I assumed that it was Willow that told them, because Willow was the one that showed up to tell them the news of Buffy's passing. So it would make sense that Willow would call to say she's back. She's got an ego on her for being able to do a spell like this. I don't know if she should be too proud of it, you know. She shouldn't be too... I really want her to find out that Buffy was in heaven eventually, and I want her to... I just want to see how she feels about her spell work when she figures that out. I can see that she's being a bit much still, but I think she's just really holding on to the fact that she thinks that Buffy was in a hell dimension and she saved her, and that's why she's handling everything the way that she is. I love that Giles reminded her, we don't know for sure where she was. You don't know for sure. Like, you're just telling yourself that. And of course, I'm all over the place because I feel like there's so much that happened in this episode. But of course, like, her threatening Giles was insane. Like, especially like knowing the relationship they've always had. That goodbye scene, Willow and Giles was the most emotional for me, because they both had an inkling for research and like a dedication to their craft in a way that they really understood in each other, and they bonded over with each other. It's like, you're gonna turn on him because he doesn't approve of what you did. You can be sad, you can be disappointed, you can even be mad that he doesn't approve of what you did, but you can't, who the hell do you think you are, threatening him? Like, I'm so powerful, you better watch out, you better be on my good side. What? That is not the Willow I know. Although, is it? I can't go, I don't know where they're going to go with Willow. Ever since this spell and what she did to do this spell, it's like, are they going to continue to build on that? And this scene, like, even in the past though, she's had moments where she's gotten very dark. So I can't even say this is a complete turn of her character that I feel happening here, possibly. It does kind of feel like it's been simmering. I just don't know how far they're going to go with it. They've already gone pretty far, but she sees herself and acts as the good guy still. But I think in her mind, she just has to have a conversation. I think she just has to decide what she considers good and what she just considers bad. Be honest with herself. Like, you can't be a good person who does evil things. Eventually, if you keep doing these horrible things, you can't call yourself a good person anymore. I don't know. I think she's in denial. I think she's just like not thinking too deeply into the things that she's done. And I don't know. She's kind of a messy situation right now. But anyways, back to me assuming that Willow would have been the one to call and inform Angel Investigations that Buffy was back. I guess I shouldn't assume that. It's kind of weird because you would think that Willow would tell Buffy that she told them. So now if it's somebody who's kind of outside of the Scooby Gang, what if it was Spike? Because they're clearly using this season and what's happened to Buffy as another big kind of turning point for Spike. He's just very different this season. If there were ever to be a season where him and Buffy were to get together, I think it would be this one because he just gets her in a way that other people don't, given what she's been through, and she's able to be honest with him in a way, which I've saw comments being like, she's only honest with him because he's like kind of a complete stranger to her. Not exactly, but he's kind of someone who's she doesn't deem that important, so giving him information is no big deal because of that. But I think there's probably a part of that where like she doesn't feel the need to put on a face for him because she doesn't care about him and his feelings in the same way that she cares about her friends. So she puts on that face for them, but like he's just Spike. He doesn't matter. Like, so she's like, whatever, it doesn't matter what you know. I see that, but I think there's something in that where some sort of love could be born accidentally over time. I think there's also this thing with Spike where over time I think she's going to realize, if it continues going the way that it is, that it's not just that she doesn't care about what he thinks of her. She's going to realize how nice it is that she doesn't have to change herself for him. She doesn't have to put on a face for him. And he is somebody who clearly, given like she could have come back as a monster, right? That was discussed earlier in the season where if she came back as a monster, the Scooby Gang Willow didn't think that he would be able to kill her. And so it's like, even at her darkest times, he would never judge in the way that the Scooby Gang might. Like Willow talking to Buffy in like the training room being like, your emotions haven't really been there since you've come back. Okay, why are you saying that to her? Like, why? And clearly she's going to pick up on that. She's going to be like, okay, I need to fix that because that's something that's being noticed. And it's just like, she doesn't have to act that way with Spike. I can just really see it happening this season. And because the reason I started talking about Spike is because if they're going to continue to make him this kind of safe place without even realizing it type of person for Buffy and turning his character around more than ever, I could see him having been the one to tell Angel, because I think that would be really nice if he knew that they would want to reconnect, and he knows Buffy. I feel like he just knows her and what she needs, and I think showing that he has a respect for Angel and what they had would do a lot for his character as well. So if I have to guess, I think it would be cool if Spike was the one to call Angel and inform him. It could be anyone. It just is weird to me that if it was someone in the Scooby Gang, why wouldn't they tell Buffy? That's the only thing. I'm not sure. The whole flooding of the episode, it was, it came in literally, but then it also came in with like the financial situation and her feeling flooded just in a defeated sort of way as far as having to live life on Earth again, having to take care of Dawn and having to worry about money. These are all things that she didn't ever think she would have to be thrown into ever again. Wasn't even aware probably of their existence while she was in heaven. She just didn't even think about those things and she was just at peace, and now she's feeling flooded with all of her responsibilities that she is tasked to do again. I thought it was so sad, I guess, when she was trying to get a loan and she included all of the things that she included for the documentation for the man to go through, and she included her report cards, because I feel like in one respect it just shows like she really has no idea what she's doing. You know what I mean? She's just a kid still. Like, she's absolutely stunted, not only because she got her childhood taken away from her because she had to be the Slayer, but also literally dying the way that she did and being thrown back into this. It's like she's very stunted right now, and it just shows how much she's like just struggling to keep up, including all those that extra stuff. But the report cards specifically made me really sad because I was like, she had good grades, or at least good enough for this man to look at and approve of in her eyes. It felt like she was just being like, hey, I know I don't have any like financial standings to show you, but you know, I swear I'm responsible. I got good grades. And it's just like such a juvenile way of thinking, and it just makes me really sad, the situation that she's in. And it makes me happier than ever, given everything that was thrown at her in this episode, that Giles came back. It was the perfect time for Giles to step in, and I hope that he sticks around for forever. But I have a feeling he's just going to be guest starring here and there from here on out. I hope he sticks around for a couple more episodes until Buffy figures out a routine that she feels safe in. Right now, she is absolutely scrambled, and I think Giles' presence is so helpful. And I also want Giles to stick around until we figure out that Willow is safe. I don't know, kind of get her grounded again if he can. I don't know if it's too late for that, but whew, yeah. Oh, and the whole thing in this episode as well with Xander and Anya, they've been dragging this out a lot, and now it's to the point where I kind of agree with Anya, where it's like, Xander, why are you not telling people that you guys are engaged? I think maybe he might back out, which I would be really disappointed in, because I've always liked them together. I think they're good for each other in a lot of different ways. I think they're challenging for each other and kind of have like their quips as well in different ways. But over time, I would love to see them just make it work. I think that would be really beautiful. Anya's insecurities about him like not telling anyone at this point, now I can understand. Like, it was funny and annoying almost, but just funny annoying when Anya was trying to get him to tell everyone when like the first 2 episodes were happening, and the chaos of the spell and the demons attacking the whole town and Buffy being brought back to life. In those moments when she was trying to get it to be announced, I was like, girl, now is not the time. But now I'm like, why isn't it the time? Like, what? Just tell them. It's not like you're asking them to show up to the wedding tomorrow. Maybe we don't have time for a wedding right now, but just tell them you're engaged. Like, that's fine. I don't know. I think Xander might have some second thoughts. And then Jonathan, Batman, and Blondie Boy, those 3. I think they could be really, really funny, reoccurring pop-ups throughout the season. I think especially given the fact that apparently the season's very dark, it would be cool not for them to become the overarching main villain. That would be so hilarious though. Like, that'd be funny, but it's like, I don't want the overarching villain to be funny. I want them to be kind of really scary, and these guys are just idiots. But I think they would be a great like trio to bring up randomly throughout the season. If you're like a Friends fan, kind of in like a Janice type of way, you know how Janice just pops up and you're like, oh my god, and you laugh. That's kind of how I feel the energy is with these 3. And with the season possibly being the darkest yet, that could be a cool way to introduce some humor throughout. All right, the train is coming. I will leave it here. Thank you guys so much for being here, and hopefully I will see you guys next time.